Andrzej Frycz Modrzewski was a Polish Renaissance scholar, humanist and theologian, called the father of Polish democracy. His book, the Republica emendanda, was widely read and praised across most of Renaissance Europe. Life. Modrzewski was born in Wolborz, near Piotrków Trybunalski, the son of Jakub Modrzewski. Modrzewski family was of the gentry and held the hereditary title of Mayor of Wolborz. After graduating from the Kraków Academy, he was ordained a vicar and served under Archbishop Jan Laski, and later under the Bishop of Poznan, Jan Latilski. From 1530 he was connected to the court of Jan Laski the Younger, the primate of Poland and nephew of the elder Laski. Having lived for a time in Germany, where he studied at the Lutheran University, he met Martin Luther and other early Protestant reformers in Wittenberg. He also took care of the library of Erasmus bought by Laski. He returned to Poland in 1541 and stayed in the capital, where he met with Mikołaj I.J. Modrzewski advocated sending a mixed ecclesiastical and secular delegation to the 1545 Ecumenical Council of Trent. He supported Arianism and a democratic and ecumenical element in the Church. He became an official at the court of Sigmundus Augustus in 1547. Since he was leaning strongly towards the reformist circles, he became in danger of being accused of heresy and was ultimately stripped of his ecclesiastical titles and offices. The king, however, issued a letter of protection for him. In 1553 he retired to his native Wolborz. Modrzewski debuted as a writer in 1543 with the work called Lysias Sivda Pena Homicidi. In it, Modrzewski criticized the inequality prescribed by the law for different social classes. For example, while the penalty for killing a nobleman ranged from 120 grina through life imprisonment to death, the penalty for killing a peasant was only 10 grina. Yet it was on the improvement of the Commonwealth that brought him eternal and international fame. In it, he advocated a strong monarchy that would protect the rights of all citizens. He postulated equality of all before the law, and criticized the 1565 ban on land owning by non-nobles. He wrote that peasants should own the soil which they work, and that townsfolk should be able to buy land and be elected to offices. Demanded the reform of education and division between state and church. This treatise was translated into many European languages and earned him many enemies in the church. Pope Paul V placed the book on the Index Librorum Prohibitorum. The Republica emendanda, Modrzewski's crowning achievement, printed in 1551, was Commentariorum de Republica emendanda Libri Quinque, published in the printing house of Lazis Andrasovich. Originally it was to include all 5 manuscripts: 1. De Moribus, 2. De Legibus, 3. De Bello, 4. De Ecclesia, and 5. De Schola. However, as some of Modrzewski's theses were considered unorthodox by the Church and opposed, only the 3 first books were included in the original publication. The first complete edition, consisting of all 5 before-mentioned books and dialogues entitled Neutrax Specie Coeni Domini, was published in 1554 in Basel by Johannes Soporinus, after which Modrzewski was forced to leave the capital. The first Polish translation by Cyprian Bazylik was published in Lodz in 1577. The book was widely read and praised across Renaissance Europe. It was translated into German, French, Spanish, and Russian in the 17th century. Other works: 1543, Lysias Sivda Pena Homicidi, 1545, Oratio Philatelis Peripatetici in Senatulo Hominum Scholasticorum de Decretu Conventis, quo pagi sovibus adimi permittunta habita. 1561, Narratio simplex reino viaes dum pessimi exempli. 1590, Sylvie, including Modrzewski's four theological discourses. Lineage. Descendants of Modrzewski's daughter include Polish President Lech Kaczynski and Princess Matilda, Duchess of Brabant. Quotes. Without laws there can be no true freedom. The peasant is not your slave, he is your neighbor.